I'll see it in a minute, won't I?
Probably.
Oh.
I lit a candle.
Was it Ocean Dusk?
No, it's not that one. I'm not gonna light that one until you get yours. Hey guys. Promise you, I'm not playing with fire. I have a candle. I love how everybody automatically knows you're here, Robin.
How did you guys know?
Hey guys, hey, hello. We're ready. Another Legacies discussion.
Please excuse my scratchy voice and everything. I'm actually sick right now, so.
But she's here.
I'm here.
This is gonna be a very interesting episode, guys. Are you guys excited for it?
I'm telling Fur that we're here.
Huh?
I'm telling Fur that we're live.
Oh.
Leprechauns. Is it bad that I laughed when Landon melted? I mean, if you don't see a problem with it, then that's whatever. Leprechauns. I think it's just one leprechaun.
I'm really weirded out about this episode. I don't know what to expect, but all I know is that we're gonna get a Fincy scene at the end of it, and Cleo and Hope's friendship. You're surprised Arya isn't in the synopsis and he was in the episode. Yeah, they wanted to surprise us with that.
I'm pretty sure that's what they're, yeah.
And I think he's gonna be in this episode too.
There hasn't been any release of the 308 stills either.
They've been really quiet about 308. Like really, really quiet. Do you guys think that we will see more of Dark Landon like 306? Will Landon be in this episode? I honestly do think we're going to be seeing more, not just Dark Landon, but Dark Hope as well. And I do think Landon's going to be in this episode.
I don't know if it's necessarily a Dark Landon, but more of like a Landon having to fend for himself, you know?
Yeah. I thought leprechauns were supposed to be small. It is.
Well, okay, it depends on like what lore because if you go to like the OG Charmed, the leprechauns are small, but they're like knee level small. They're not like, like fit in your hand level small. And same with like the leprechaun movie that I talked about on the podcast last week is he was about the same, like knee level high or whatever. So it just depends on what lore you're going on.
I have no problem with Fincy, but I feel like it's so rushed. Just hear it out for a little bit. I have a feeling that Fincy's going to be a very, very good couple for both of the characters.
I love the sneak peek for the episode. Yeah, the Lizzie and Caleb.
Yeah, I love Lizzie and Caleb friendship.
Yeah. Changed my mind. Penelope sent Gabby to spy. I can't change my mind.
I can't change it.
I thought the same thing.
I thought the exact same thing. As soon as they introduced Gabby and Kaylee released that thing that said Gabby on the playlist, I was like, oh, it's fucking Penelope.
Alexis, why did you retract that? You watched the Leprechaun movie? It's a scary movie if anyone, I mean, if you don't like horror movies like I do, then probably shouldn't watch it. But like, I watch horror movies before I go to sleep, so.
It's so weird. I love you though. It's the weirdness I love about you.
Hi, AJ. Welcome.
I'm looking forward to see Wayne and Gabby's friendship. Yes, let's hope they show it.
So Gabby, remember we talked about a character named Deacon? So Deacon is Gabby. So Gabby was switched out for
They did a gender swap. So
what are your thoughts about the song that Kaylee tweeted for Josie regarding tonight's episode? I think it's a Posey thing.
I think it's a Penelope and Josie thing. If it's not Penelope and Josie, it's Finch and Josie.
I think it's actually between the three of them. Because, like, it's talk about moving on and then, like, the past and stuff. So I think it's, like, Josie feeling like she has to get over the hurt with Penelope in order to be able to, like, move on with Finch. And then, like, Gabby being there and knowing Penelope is obviously going to be, like rubbing salt in the wound, kind of.
Yeah, the question is if Gabby and Josie will have scenes this episode.
Yeah.
So
the Leprechaun horror movie was wild. It really was. And there was like sequels to it, and it was so bad, but I love cheesy horror movies. And I know, Alexis, a lot of people told me that's not normal. I know.
I am one of those people.
She is one of those people.
Do you guys think Landon will come back this episode? I think he's coming back next episode.
I don't think he's like coming back, but I think that there's like
Hope will know.
Yeah, there's they allude to him or whatever. Like it's I think he'll be in it, but I just don't think like he's gonna be back. I'm sure that Gabby and Penelope are friends, and Gabby is there for a reason. That's exactly what I said to Iz today.
They wouldn't constantly bring up Penelope if they weren't gonna yeah. You know what I mean?
Okay, but the thing is they purposely switched out Deacon for Gabby, and Gabby happens to know Penelope, and Josie is moving on with Finch. So it's just like, there has to be some sort of, like, what if Gabby has some sort of, like, note or something from Penelope, or, like, she says something. Like, there's something there. It was very brutal, Alexis. You're done with the show making Hope weak when Landon is around. She's not. I have a whole theory about this. If you want to hear my thoughts on that, you can watch the Penn Weekly podcast, the Hope's episode.
Go check it out.
My bird is going crazy in the background.
I got a candle, guys.
I have a bird. I do have a bird. He's a canary. His name is Ash. Off topic, but I might get a puppy. What kind of puppy?
I love puppies. My puppy is no longer with me right now.
My puppy is, I don't even know where my puppy is. He's probably laying on the balcony right now. Do you think Penelope knows that Josie was the one doing dark magic and killing students, as Gabby would say? Oh, more than likely, yeah. Oh, a chocolate lab. I love chocolate labs.
But I do not think Penelope knows that Josie went off to a new school yet.
No, not that.
I'm excited
to see. Do you have a
see
name
Cleo.
for your chocolate lab yet, Chloe?
Oh, yeah. Oh, chocolate. See, how do you see that?
I'm excited to see Cleo and Hope. Me too. Just want to say I love Henry Weekly. That's awesome. Thank you, AJ.
I think you were talking to me on Twitter, AJ. Am I correct? Hello.
What do you want to see this episode? Go ahead, answer.
I want to see Hope deal with her emotions. And I want to see her and Cleo's friendship. But I also really want to see how Landon's doing, what he's doing in the prison world. But I'm also really excited for the scene at the end of Cleo and Finch and Josie, because Kaylee says she's really excited about it.
Yes to all of those things. And more of Lizzie and Caleb.
Oh yeah. I swear if Penelope comes back at the end of the season, I'm gonna cry. Listen, I will not survive.
Do you think that Hendon will have some rough patches if he comes back? And I think that there will be, because like they still have things that they have to deal with. So I mean, it's not going to be easy sailing, but I think that they'll work through it. But I mean, of course, they're going to have some rough patches.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, Danielle's really excited about Hope and Landon's story this season, so I'm very hopeful that they'll be okay in the end.
Very season vibes.
Yeah, season 1 vibes. So I'm really excited for that. Love your channel, your hooves inspo. Thanks.
She is, isn't she? She's sunshine.
Stop with this sunshine stuff.
I will never stop with the sunshine stuff.
I'm a bright light, aren't I?
You are. Positivity.
Positivity.
Keep doing you, Is.
I am. Imagine if Josie and Finch went on a date and if Penelope showed up. That would be so awkward. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine it like a episode ending with just Penelope knocking on the door and like Josie opens and it's her?
Like Matt and Lena had a child land in the Viet. Nah, I don't think so. On Reddit, someone caught that there were 2 locks to the ice cream. The one landed went in and the one next to it. Yeah, I saw that too. I don't know what the other one would be though. And the key was left there, so if the necromancer wakes up, you could go into the other one, right? Oh, especially with the lighter, yes. Oh, now she's gonna bring the lighter out again. Do you guys think, since Landon will be alone, do you think that when Landon comes back, like not being okay, like mental health, something like that? I mean, it's gonna take its toll on him too, right? So
I think he's gonna come back stronger though. Like I feel like with him being alone in the prison world and having to defend himself, he's just gonna come back the stronger person. Not saying it won't affect him mentally, but because it will, because you know when you're in a place alone like that, it's like holy shit, you know what you want to do with your life or whatever. But yeah, I feel like he's gonna come back stronger. But I also think it'll take a toll on him.
His whole character arc is him coming back stronger, and that's it started last episode. I mean, if you guys noticed, like all of the if you notice Legacies, all of the not stills, but the promo pics that they've given us, all of them have like embers and like smoke in them, like they all have the same filter. And I think that that's a hint as to the fact that the Phoenix is coming back stronger than ever, and I think it's just kind of like building up to that. If you guys can go into the TVD universe, what would be the first thing you would do? I would go to the school and slap Rick, then I would try to be friends with Hope, and then I would kill Matt and throw his body in the ocean. I mean, I would be friends with Hope and Landon and Lizzie.
I would
Lizzie's a fucking queen.
I would first go to Belgium, and then I would bring Penelope back to the store.
Yes.
Or I would go have a conversation with Hope. And yeah.
I miss Roth so much.
I kind of do too, honestly. Like, I don't like. It's just weird but I do love this season. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't like the like. I kind of like how they left him, like how they ended his story, but it still feels like there's so many loose ends with that story, and I don't know. Yeah.
I have a feeling that Hendon might take a break, not for long, but maybe. I think that it won't be like we need to take a break thing. Like it'll be like, because something is going to happen, or like because they have to work through something. Do you think Penelope would introduce herself to Finch? Oh, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. She'd be like, "Hi, I'm Penelope Fark. You might have heard of me." That's something she would say.
I hope they bring him back. Yeah. Well, I mean, the fact that they left him in the prison world does leave it very open-ended, so it's possible that he does come back.
Oh, they would definitely not announce it if Penelope was coming back. They would definitely not announce it. It would be a complete fucking surprise.
I want to see how Cleo and Landon will interact with one another, like when Landon comes back, because Cleo seems like she'll become a good friend to Hope. I have a theory on Cleo. I can't really say what it is, but I think that she is going to be a really good friend of Hope. But I think I have a theory on the reason why she's there. But I do think that she will be a good friend. Like, I do think that her and Landon will probably get along really well too. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but like, there's a bust of Landon in the promo. Like, so I'm assuming that Hope made it, obviously, because, you know, like Cleo was like, oh, if you can't paint, maybe try sculpting, because she mentioned the whole sculpting thing last episode. So that Hope does make a sculpt of Landon. So like Cleo will know what he looks like and everything. If you could be a stallion, what would be your faction? What would I be? I would be a wolf.
I'd be a witch, probably.
Wolves are my spirit animals, so yeah, I'd be a wolf. I'd want to be a crescent wolf, though. If Gabby is friends with Penn, then when Gabby finds out that not only Josie has changed school, but also moved on, Gabby will tell Penn, and that would break her. It's definitely going to cause some chaos.
I'm telling you guys, Penelope, they're leading towards Penelope coming back. Like, they're just like, and I'm all for it because don't get me wrong, I love Josie and Finch and I love where they're taking it. I love the chemistry between them too, but there's just something about Penelope and Josie that keeps bringing me back to them.
Did anyone tell Roth that his brother died? No. But there's been no celestial event, so it's not like they could go into the prison world and tell him, because remember, MG and Lizzie went into the prison world with Malivore and no one could see them. I also think that's going to happen with Hope. She's going to astral project into the prison world and see Landon, and we're going to get a 301 parallel. Remember when Landon touched her face and he was a ghost and his hand like went like right through her?
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to get that.
Oh, no.
Touching Landon, and her hand's going to go through him. Because they love their parallels, but that's what I think. I really want to see Stephanie Salvatore in Legacies. We might one day. I don't know. It depends on how many seasons.
She's really young.
Still pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. What supernatural creature would you be? We did answer that.
I'd be a witch. I hope Lizzie doesn't become jealous about Cleo and Hope's friendship. Oh, you know she will. But that's good. That's for her. Like obviously, but you know.
Helps Lizzie branch out too, and Lizzie is starting to become friends with like Caleb and stuff, so it'll be really good.
Mm-hmm. And she's got everything. She's still got that stuff going on with MG too. So.
Yeah, and I love Hope and Lizzie's friendship so much. So. Penelope and Josie both left for their mental health, but Josie went to the wrong school. Definitely, she should have gone to Belgium. Just imagine Josie just showing up and surprising Penelope.
That'd be so amazing.
Watch Penelope come back with a boyfriend or a girlfriend and make Josie jealous. Can she just come back? I'd be a tribrid. Well, yes. Where do you watch Legacy Season 3? I want to watch.
We watch it live.
Yeah. Or the CW app has them too, right?
Mm-hmm. I hope Penelope comes back. We all do.
Does Cleo not know that Hope is a tribrid and who her family is, or do you think this was all told off screen? I honestly think she does, which is why she says, I sense something powerful in you, because I think that she was sent there for a reason, which is part of my theory, but I don't know for sure. It's just something that I thought about. You can talk to people when astral projecting. Lizzie did it to Sebastian. Yeah, see, that's kind of like a plot hole, because like when Lizzie and MG were there, they're like, oh, don't worry, they can't see us or hear us or anything like that. But then when she went to go see Sebastian, she could like touch him and talk to him and everything. So
yeah.
That would be a wolf, hands down. Yeah. Still, your theories are always so interesting. Well, my theory has a spoiler in it, so I can't.
I think I know what you're talking about too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Penelope came back, they would probably hit us with a slow burn relationship reignition for Posey. Probably, yeah.
I know they will.
I wish Cleo was a Bennett. That would be so cool.
That would be very interesting if they brought that in there.
Why do you guys get spoilers? I'm just really good at what I do.
I'm friends with somebody who's really good at what they do. We just know certain things for some stuff. Oh wow, we got 40 people here now.
40 people.
39 now.
Is everyone talking though?
I don't think so.
We have lurkers. Hi, lurkers.
What time is it for me? It is 7:42 for me.
It is 4:42 for me. Maybe astral projection is based on intention. Like the person you intend to interact with is the only one that can see you. That's true.
Oh,
like
it's Alex.
When Hope astral projected into the prison world, Dark Josie could see her, but no one else could. But
Alex.
that was also because Dark Josie was filled with magic, so like dark magic.
That's Alex.
What?
That's Alex.
I hope Cleo turns out to be a Harvey. Me too. I really hope so. Hi, Alex. We caught an Alex. I think Cleo might become the most powerful witch. I have a feeling she's been studying her craft long before she went to the saboteur school. Just a theory. Yes, she is very powerful. Still waiting for Frey and Keelan's kid to come to the saboteur school. He's like a toddler right now, isn't he? He's like 2 or something. The season feels different. I don't fully know what it is, but it feels new. That's what the 180 is that Danielle was talking about. I think it's gone a little darker.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely what Danielle was talking about, how the show kind of does that 180. Sorry, Contessa. We just try to be respectful. Wait, does that mean you already watched an episode? No, we haven't watched any episodes.
We just know
some things.
We just know some things that are.
I wish witches, wolves, and vampires were real. I mean, if you came across one though, would you want it to be real?
It'd be cool, but it'd be like, oh, I don't know, maybe not.
I did a poll on Twitter if people would be interested in a Battle of the Bands episode, and so Bart 6 bring yes, that would be really cool. But like, did any of them besides Landon? I know what like Josie plays the ukulele, right? But like Landon plays the guitar. Does anyone else play instruments?
I'm sure Caleb and them play something.
Is Cleo here for bad? I think with Cleo, my theory is that it starts off as underhanded in a sense, but that was before she knew Hope and like Caleb and all of that. Like I think she was sent to the school for a reason, but once being in the school and getting to know like all these people, I think that that changes. You would want them to turn you? So you'd be a vampire then. Unless you're going with the whole like werewolf mythology where if they like bite you or scratch you, you turn into a wolf. I am writing an MG fanfic, but like the spinoff is going to be about Dark Hope because something happens turning her dark in the MG fanfic. Oh, that sounds good. You'll have to link that when you're done. Caleb plays piano. Oh yeah, right. He played piano last episode. Okay, guys. Last episode, I was stressed out of my mind. Like I had a really, really bad day. And so like I mean, thank God for my friends on the podcast and some of my friends off the podcast because I had a complete breakdown. Like as is, I was just.
Yeah, it was. I mean, look, it's nothing you can control. So.
Does anyone remember expression magic? Yeah, because Bonnie had expression magic, right? Which made her like super powerful. Didn't you say that it was like 7 o'clock for you guys? It is for Iz.
It's almost 8 o'clock for me.
It's almost 5 o'clock for me. I'm 3 hours behind her. I wish I was a witch and I could just teleport places at the same time and for others. You know what? Me too. Because if I was a witch and could teleport places, Iz and I would be hanging out all the fucking time.
I know. I like Josie and Ethan's French. Oh, hold on.
But worried when Ethan will find out Josie broke his. I know that's gonna be so
really
sad.
excited for Josie's storyline this season. It's probably the one I'm most excited for. Besides Hope and Landon, obviously, but like I'm really excited to see her be human. So
I would be a werewolf, and I would have the goal to become the alpha. Ambitions. I think I would be fine just being the beta. Oh, Zora, you're at the same time zone as me.
I know. I love Chris and Kaylee's voice.
Do you think that Ethan will be in the season much with Gabby here? Yeah, I think so, because he's a regular now, right?
He's a regular, yeah. I made you yawn. I'm sorry. Oh, you're in the same time zone? Yeah, I'm on the East Coast.
Who's your favorite Josie ship?
Penelope.
Or Finzi?
Yeah, Penelope or Finch. Just Penelope. I love Posey so much. But I'm really liking Fincy at the moment, so.
I really want another witch versus witch fight. I think that we'll probably get that. I think that's going to be darker this season, so we'll probably get a lot more like battles. Don't get mad at me, but like I've been shipping Josie and Ethan since season 2, but at the same time I love Posey and Ginger Finzy.
I mean, look, for me, like it wouldn't be like a bad thing for Josie and Ethan, but like I just don't see it being anything other than a friendship. Like
I see Josie and Ethan kind of being like a brother sister kind of like friendship, you know, like he kind of like takes her under his wing and like protects her, almost like he would with Maya. I have always been since season 2 a Maya and Josie shipper. Like I freaking love Maya and Josie. And ever since the football episode, like I have hardcore Maya and Josie. And I was so mad when we got that confession and then that Maya had a crush on her and we never got that because Maya and Josie. I mean, I liked Maya and Hope too. And I know she was there for Hope, but I really liked Maya and Josie. I feel like Cleo is somehow related to Bonnie, either closely related or distant. I don't know. I feel like even though Cleo is there, Hope is still going to be a dark character. Also, hi, Cherry. Yeah, I do think that she's going to be darker this season for sure. How do you think they'll turn Hope? I think it's going to be kind of like, I think something will happen with like Malivore or whatever, and Hope will die trying to, like she'll activate her vampire side at the end of the battle or something.
Do you see that? Like, it's like turning colors.
It's like a purple light.
What is that?
I don't know. I could see Ethan and Lizzie. You know what? I actually thought it was Ethan and Lizzie because Alaric in season 2 had said that I wish Lizzie could meet a guy like Ethan or whatever. And so I had assumed that was kind of like a setup to Ethan and Lizzie being together. Imagine if we're getting clowned on with the long time no see person. I think that's going to be Landon.
I think it's going to be Landon. I like low key. I would love for it to be Penelope, but like I just have a feeling it's gonna be Landon.
We got Cleo's last name before Jed. You know, right?
We just need Jed's last name. It's not that hard. He's a Park. That's what I'm saying.
I want Hope to die soon, not like to be mean or whatever, but the show kind of needs that. I think that she will, because they have to have that storyline, that tragic storyline. But I think that I trust the writers that, like, so far from what I've seen season 3, I think it's going to be really good. So I want to see how they take it. I mean, because season 2 was kind of a mess with the whole like Chris and Riley are coming back or whatever. So like they kind of changed a lot of things. Not that I thought that the Kai or Freya stuff was bad. It's just they had to change things like the story or whatever to fit them in there. I feel like if Finch found out that Josie was a witch, she would be so interested or cool about it.
Yeah.
I think so too.
I agree.
You think Josie is going to be like, yo, Ethan, about your arm? I do think that okay, so like part of the process of healing and like coming to terms with your addiction, because the black magic was an addiction, you have to apologize for everything that you've done. And that's one thing that Josie hasn't done, is she hasn't apologized that we've seen. Like she may have done it off scenes or whatever, but like from what I know about addiction, if you have to have that, there's like the steps, and one of the steps is making those amends and making those apologies. And I think that Ethan is going to be one of those apologies. Now, I have never experienced addiction. I just know from what I've like seen on from what I read and seen on TV and stuff like that. But I know that apologies is like, or apologizing is high on the list of dealing with your addiction.
Yeah. Do you think Josie will ever tell Finch or Ethan she's a witch?
Yes.
Yes, but see, the thing is, she's technically not a witch right now.
No, she's not. Right?
So I feel like if something ever comes up when she does have to have her magic back, she will tell it. And I think she's gonna tell Finch before she tells Ethan.
The fact that Maya left without really any screen time is not. Yeah. If we could have Maya back, yeah. I would love to have Maya back.
Wish they would put season 3 on Netflix. It will be on there after the season airs.
Hope that when they bring Penelope back, she gets her own storyline and doesn't just jump into being Josie's love interest once again.
I think that she's going to have something to do with the merge.
Yeah.
I've always thought that.
I want to know if Maya had a crush on Josie before or after she put her in a chokehold.
Watch it be after.
Did you see the way that Maya like looked at her in the football? During when they were both facing off. So I think it was before, definitely. Like she's just like, oh, look at that girl, yeah, I'm all in. Did you guys see the sneak peek? Lizzie is using more magic. I know, right? Like she's finally starting to be comfortable with her magic, and it's so nice. She's had really good storylines these last 2 seasons, so I'm really excited for her story. I think that with Lizzie, though, I think what they're doing is they're kind of like, because she's always been surrounded by people, and so I think they're kind of doing the same thing as like Josie's going off and being on her own, but also it's kind of putting Lizzie on her own too, and so like she has to figure out how to function without that like constant security blanket almost. So I think she's going to have a really good storyline there. Do you think Ethan is going to make a move on Hope? No, I don't. How would you want Hope to die? Like heart ripped out or something? Oh God, no.
Saving somebody.
That would kill me. That would kill me.
Saving somebody, preferably. Never mind. I'm not going to say that. Hope
is my baby. I can't. No.
I've
You
had
know?
to watch Landon die like 7 times, so I probably won't be affected by it. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Because if I see Danielle cry, I'm crying. So it's nice.
I don't have cable, and I have Roku, and I downloaded a thing called Flowcast so I can watch Legacies live. See, I feel like we're totally spoiled having cable or the CW or whatever. So that's awesome that you can watch it live. Anyone saw the video about how the show treated Cat Graham and Kayvon? I didn't see it, but I've heard people talking about it.
I haven't seen it. But it's probably true because I know that she was not treated well. So
Yeah. I just haven't seen it yet. I do plan on watching it, but I do know that she was very mistreated. Do any of y'all find that Leprechaun creepy as
I find this fucking show sometimes creepy as fuck. So
I always thought that Landon should have his own special Malibor powers with his Phoenix powers. You know what? It's possible that could happen. I mean, I think they are going to explore his powers. Like, I don't think that he's human. I feel like Josie actually likes being dark, not hurting people, but the power she had. I do think so because she does like the magic. And yeah, she doesn't like hurting people. So like if she could find a good balance between that magic and not hurting people, I think that she likes that power, right? But like she could never contain that much magic because it would always just eventually wear out because she's a siphoner, unless she's a heretic. I think that's where it's going to, Lizzie. Am I the only one who's a London entity here? Probably. I feel like Cleo's maybe a niece or maybe the daughter of Bonnie's daughter. It's possible. I don't know. Oh, Lauren's a London entity too. There you go. You have a friend. Do you think the letter Landon wrote will go into the real world so everyone knows he's not dead? Yes. You guys have any TBD universe merch? I do. I know Iz does too.
I do. I have Legacies. I have some stickers on my laptop of the Vampire Diaries. No Damon though. Of course, I went through the pack that I got and got rid of all the Damon stickers. You can ask Robin.
She did. She threw out all the Damon stickers. Oh.
Do you think they'll let? I hope they let Arya have his long hair.
Well, they're not cutting it though. I mean, because like in the last few videos that we've seen of him, he's had his long hair, so there's got to be a reason for that.
Yeah.
What if Landon kills Hope and that's why they break up for a while? I don't know. I don't want to think about that. That's sad. I think Caleb and Cleo will be cute together. I really do too.
I can't wait.
The fact that Landon has died so many times in the show that if he ever does die in the show, people are just going to be like, don't worry, buddy, he'll come back. It's true. I don't think he will.
I don't think he will.
I find it weird of Maya having a crush on Josie when Finch told Josie that she and Maya dated. Yeah, that was kind of odd, wasn't it?
What's the definition of dated, though?
Yeah, like how long did they date?
Yeah.
And what did Finch do that landed her like that suspension or whatever when Maya left? Why are you anti-Damon, Iz?
I just don't like him. He treated people like shit. Killed pretty much everyone. But mainly because he treated Caroline like fucking crap.
When Hope dies, I'm turning off my computer.
Oh, and he treated his own brother like shit too. So, anywho, that's enough Damon for now.
This can go on about it.
Oh, I could go hours.
Hi, Penguin Girl. I really want a Hizzy ice cream scene at the end of this episode. Hope seeing Lizzie lonely and maybe Cleo could join too. Oh, that would be so cute. According to Finch, a hot minute. Yeah, so like not that long. I mean, really, how long have Ethan and Maya been at the school? Not that long, right?
Yeah.
Would you guys mind if they recasted Penelope?
I don't want them to recast Penelope.
I mean, if they had to,
I would deal with it.
Yeah.
Make her Umberly, and that'd be fantastic.
She originally was going to be
I
Penelope.
know. Okay, Umberly Gonzalez. She was supposed to play. She auditioned for Penelope. If you guys don't know who Umberly is you should go check her out. She's in shows like Utopia Falls. She's in Ginny and Georgia, and she's also in what's that movie called? Or that show called on about the blind girl. It's on CW.
I don't know.
Dark or something. In the Dark. She's also in that. I love Umberly.
Cause a fight with Ethan. I don't know if she caused a fight. I think Ethan just doesn't like her because of the relationship with Maya. What do you think MG does to make the Super Squad mad at him in the next episode? Well, we know that in this episode he goes to Alyssa for help for something. So I kind of wonder if he finds Landon's letter and then like tries to go to her about like the prison world and stuff, and then eventually that's what like Hope finds out and gets like pissed off at him because he didn't tell her. But I don't know for sure. Yeah, in the dark. Alyssa is gone. She is, because Kung Fu is filming here in Vancouver, and the first episode is coming out
April 7th.
I thought it was April 1st, but April 7th.
Yep.
Okay. But I think that maybe what they could, because last episode they showed her on the mirror, so I'm kind of wondering if maybe they just did like a Zoom thing, and then they'll just like edit her into the mirror for this episode.
Alyssa is in this episode. We know she is. It's just how she's going to be there because Olivia has been filming Kung Fu, so we don't know what's happening.
Yeah. I hate how. Oh, you love watching Legacies. Me too. We all do. I hate how Caroline treated Elena after she slept with Damon, but then slept with Klaus, and Elena did nothing.
See, Elena, which time Elena slept with Damon? Because Elena had that sire bond, and that's why I fucking hate sire bonds. Like
I think it was the first time she slept with Damon, though.
I don't remember the first time because I don't freaking care about them. But Klaus and Caroline was just like, it was there, it happened. Like there was something else about Damon and Elena that I'm not gonna get into. I do not like them together.
This is MG gets Alyssa's help. Yeah. I mean, like, what else would he want her help for other than the prison world? That's kind of what my thinking is. I'm curious how this up will lead into 308, because that's where the BTS of the gas station with Lizzie, Josie, MG, and Hope. They might be traveling somewhere. It might be to go, like, find, like, maybe an artifact or something in order to open up the prison world. Because remember, MG said that Alyssa destroyed the Ascendant, so I think it has something to do with the prison world. I wonder why Lulu left the show. I don't know.
She didn't leave the show. The writers just didn't put her back in there. She said she made a tweet about it. And she said she would love to come back and play Penelope.
If they pull that brother switch with Legacies, I don't think they will, though. I mean, technically, they don't even really have brothers on the show right now anymore, because Roth is in a prison world.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Clark is gone. Olivia's new show looks so good. It does look really, really good.
It looks really good. I made a reaction to it, and she saw it. So, what's up, Olivia? How you doing?
And any wolf Hope would turn would have the sire bond. Well, it showed in the originals when Tyler stole Haley's blood, and then had turned that wolf into a hybrid that the baby was, or the hybrid was sired to Haley / the baby. And then Haley was sired to Hope because of her blood. So probably it just won't be the same as like the Damon and Elena thing. I think it would be cool to have a villain in the show that has a bad past with Hope's family. Like our family does have a lot of enemies. Yeah. I'm actually shocked that none of them have like come out of the woodwork. But then Hope was erased. So, but still, like, how did that spell? Like, does it go for the whole world, or I don't know? What would you do if Kai came back? I don't know. I mean, like, what is Kai's purpose, though? I mean, he's already killed the Gemini Coven. He doesn't benefit from killing Lizzie and Josie anymore, so I don't know.
I thought that same thing. What if Finch or whatever her name is actually Penelope's sister?
Olivia, so your reaction? Yes.
Yes.
Is there any hope to see Landon in tonight's episode? I think so. I love how Landon beats the crap out of the necromancer. I say he deserves it. He did. But the thing is that also, that was one thing that Landon would never do, and that was why the shackles were removed, is because Landon actually did that. Did you know in the production draft, Posey was supposed to have an enemies to friends to lovers thing, and the letter wasn't a thing up until episode 114?
Mm-hmm. I knew that. Because there was a scene that Josie and Penelope were supposed to have at the end of 111 where after the inhibition, or after Josie was talking to her dad in his office, she was supposed to go to Penelope and they were supposed to have a talk about being friends.
They just brought Kai back for the fans, you know? Well, Kaylee wanted Kai. Kai is like Catherine, always coming back for nothing. Facts. I mean, I liked Kai, but like, what purpose did he have other than his revenge against Rick, maybe? Or maybe against Bonnie? I don't know, but like, he really has no beef with the twins because it's not like the Coven exists anymore.
Yeah. But they still have to merge, so.
True. I think there should be a main villain that takes the appearance of Klaus. That would be an interesting story arc. But Joseph doesn't want to come back.
Yeah, Joseph doesn't want to come back. Neither does Phoebe.
Yeah. Have you guys met any of the TVD Universe cast? I haven't, but Iz has.
I've met Quincy and I've met Julie. I didn't get to meet them, but I saw a panel, like a Q&A with Matt, Quincy, Jenny, Peyton, Katie, who plays Dana,
the guy who plays Connor.
The guy, no, he wasn't there.
He wasn't there.
Dimitri, who plays Dorian, and I think I'm missing somebody, but I don't know. Yeah. But yeah.
You did meet some of the you did meet like Amon and
I met a lot of the extras.
Yeah.
Who I am thankful to call my friends now. So you good? Hold on. What the fuck was that? Stop skateboarding in the house. I'm not. I just stood on it.
And she said something about she escaped.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, like
she escaped her family, yeah. Which I'm really excited for that storyline. I'm surprised they brought that in. Like, you never really see that in shows. You see a lot of foster care systems and like people in the foster care, but you never really see a teenager living by themselves.
Well, her and Landon would get along well, probably then.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I've met Quincy and Julie. Those are the two that I've met. Like I've full on met. I have pictures with them.
Kai is the definition of pretty privileged. Yeah.
Yeah. Find the pictures because I was shaking so bad when I met Quincy. Could you imagine if it was Danielle or Aria? Oh my god.
No.
I would not be alive.
That's why we will be doing it together. As soon as we can, both of us, well, I'm buying a flight to Atlanta and she's meeting me at the airport.
That's me and Quincy. It's kind of blurry, so I have another one. This is another better one. And then this is me and Julie.
Do you guys think that no one besides Hope and Roth cared about Landon? I mean, that's what they kind of showed last episode, but I don't think that's the case. Like, I do think that like Lizzie and Josie and that do care about Landon. I think that the writers just didn't express that.
Which is poor writing.
Yeah.
We love the writers, don't get us wrong. We love them. But
and I mean, you only get 42 minutes for the episode. So there are things that you can't put in it in order to get your point across for the episode. So I get it. For me, it felt very like lacking something.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not hate on anyone. It's just, I just felt it was lacking something. If you met Quincy, you'd probably faint.
I was surprisingly okay. I was the first person to take a picture with him. And I went up to him. He wished me happy birthday because it was my birthday at the time. I gave him a hug. He gives really good hugs, guys, by the way. He gives really good hugs. And I asked for a picture, and we took a picture.
Isn't Amon kind of the one that set that up for you, too?
No, Amon sent a video or took a video of me saying hi to Quincy because I was wearing his merch. But I got to take a picture with Quincy because I was wearing his sweatshirt.
Yeah.
So, yeah, whoever had his sweatshirt got to take a picture with him.
I'm excited to see Landon. I like those sweatshirts, actually. Anyways, I'm excited to see Landon hopefully become stronger and then we'll try to find a way home. Me too.
Me too.
I'm really excited about that. Sorry, my brain just like, if you guys don't notice, we don't listen to the podcast. I mean, you will notice we listen to the podcast that I jump from thing to thing to thing as my brain kind of, thinks about it. Is very much used to it by now, but if you aren't, that's just telling you that's what's happening. If I met Danny or Arya, I'd be just speechless and I put it on as my screensaver. Yeah, me too. What if she escaped her family and she knows about witches and all this?
What?
Oh, what if she escaped her family and she knows about witches and all those things? So she said she was sad because she was the one who escaped. Maybe she had to leave someone behind, and this someone was.
I'm all for Penelope and Finch being related, but like that'd be a fucking awkward triangle. Like that would be so weird.
I think that maybe the reason why no one except Hope grieved Landon last episode is maybe because it had already been around a month. Like maybe everyone else dealt with it before Hope did. I mean, like, yeah, maybe, but like, it's not expected Hope to get over it after a month because that was literally like the love of her life.
Is the love of her life.
Yeah. I was just thinking, like, we were joking about like her going back and getting the jar of the goo, but the reason why she went back was probably because she was looking for her necklaces. And so she was like searching.
And Robin has said this several times, but those necklaces are going to have some sort of play into why Landon comes back or when Landon comes back.
Yeah. Still waiting on a bad bitch that would even compare to Catherine or with, or as powerful as Bonnie. Yeah. I think at some point this season, Lizzie will have a magic meltdown like in season 1. I know she's getting better, but she's still bipolar, and I don't want the show to forget that. I hope they don't forget that. Like, I hope they don't just think that, she went to wherever with her mom and then, like, she's healed. Like, I really do think that they keep up with that storyline and show her struggles because she's such a good character. What if Finch is a witch? Be interesting. That'd be so weird, but like watching quotes or I don't know how it's called would go up, up, up. Would any of you guys be Legacies extras? I can't because I would legally not be allowed to work in the United States because I am Canadian.
First year.
Yeah, I didn't love how everyone reacted to it, but that's just the best way I could rationalize it. Also, Hyper! He's finally here. Yeah, I don't know. That seemed to, I was, okay, so like last week, I ranted about it, but I was also really super stressed for my day, so that probably bled into how I was feeling as well, so. Robin, Lizzie, or Maze? Oh, damn.
Just say it.
I'm gonna say Lizzie because I love Lizzie. You're shocked. You thought I was gonna choose
I
Maze.
thought you were gonna say Maze.
I love them both. I do. I really fucking love them both. And Maze, they, in a sense, they're both kind of very similar, but also like both very, very different. And Maze has such a good storyline too. And but I mean, Lizzie's my girl and I love her. I really want to see a Landon Lizzie friendship. Yes, me too. I actually write a lot of Landon and Lizzie friendships, like in my stories. What, in your guys' opinions, would make the perfect witch, vamp, or wolf? Well, I mean, we already have one of those. It's Hope, right? But I don't know. Maybe someone who is powerful but like level-headed, maybe? What if Hope's necklace is a talisman like Rebecca's? Or
It is the necklace.
Like Elena's necklace? Also, hello again, Fur. Truth is, I didn't like Lizzie season 1, but I love her in season 2 and 3. Okay, so I didn't actually start loving Lizzie until episode 10 of season 1. Like, that's when I fully started loving her. Robin, why can't you work in the US? I am Canadian, so I can't work in the US. I'd have to get like a green card or something. What if Hope becomes her own version of a siphoner when she turns because the law of magic still applies to her? Huh. Pedro or Trixie? Oh, Trixie. 100% Trixie. What if Penelope comes back as this all-powerful being? Like, I'm so confused in how Hope couldn't take the force field spell off. Because you can't remove someone else's magic, right? Like, you can't take down someone else's.
Yeah, I don't. She described. She mentioned. She explained it.
If or when Lizzie and Josie has to merge, who would you want to win? I've always assumed Lizzie would win, and I've assumed that right from the beginning.
I've always assumed Josie would win, but at the moment, I gotta say Lizzie.
I've never changed. Even when I didn't like Lizzie, I still thought Lizzie was going to win. Because I originally liked Josie before better than I liked Lizzie. And then, like I said, in 110 is when I started liking Lizzie.
Me too. 115 is when I started liking Lizzie.
It's kind of weird that in the last episode, Alara said Josie was joining a school in the middle of the semester, but they should be in April on the timeline. The Legacies timeline is
just so fucked up.
Who knows? I feel like there should be an episode where the students just rock out and just say fuck it concerning all the shit they went through. I agree. Just like Elijah on the podcast, when we had him on the podcast, he was just like, let's just do like a beach day or something, you know?
Yeah. Oh, we love Elijah. Hi, Elijah.
He's not here, but hi.
I know, but I'm just saying hi to him.
Yeah, same. Lizzie Salton's Legacies made me love Lizzie so much. Yeah, it was such a good, I love that episode so much. Like, Lizzie's journey through it and like her growth. I feel like if Landon were to come back without knowledge on how to use his powers, Penelope would be the one to teach him because she knows everything somehow. She is really smart.
That'd be a good friendship, though. Lizzie and Penelope and Landon. That'd be very interesting to watch. When I write stories, I always write them as friends.
If there was another TVD universe show, who do you think it'd be about? I always joke that there's going to be a Josie spinoff show.
A Josie?
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Just because, like, with her experience growing up, and then like with the thing with her sister, and so, because it's not going to be like Hope or Landon. I could see it being like a Josie after the merge, like that kind of spinoff, you know?
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
I think we should see Freya as a teacher at the Salvatore School. I agree. I just want Hope to have a birthday. Me too. Vampire versus wolf. I'm going wolf.
Vampire.
Time doesn't apply to them. It really doesn't. Time really does not apply to them.
Apparently, Hope is about to turn 19, so.
In the originals, the only ways they were able to take down some boundary spells, they'd either have to overload it with magic or make it unbalanced. That's why I think she's an independent. Yeah, like there's rules behind it or whatever. Do you think they will ever do another episode where one of the cast speaks a different language? Do you think any of the other people in the cast are bilingual?
I don't think. I think she's mentioned it several times that Danielle is not.
Yeah, Danielle isn't. Well, Landon would be. Arya is.
Arya definitely is.
Yeah. But I don't think that they would do an episode. How would you all think Pen would act if she was a vampire? I think honestly she'd be exactly the same.
Literally the same person.
If Roth was bi, who would be the date and like you think they'd introduce the character being his lovers? I would want Jed.
Jed.
Yeah.
I've always been a fan of Jed and Raphael. And so when they killed Raphael off or, like put him in the prison where I was so freaking pissed.
In my story, I think it was a fire in her eyes. I wrote Roth and Jed together, I think it's a fire in her eyes. I think that's for you're my story expert. Is it a fire in her eyes that Roth and Jed are together?
Ugh, guys, I bought a camera, so my videos are about to be crisp. Look.
I would want a spin-off about the origin of witches and just witches in general. That would be really cool. And they could have Josie in that. Like that would fall right along the lines. See, Fur, he's my hero. I love him. It is fire in her eyes. Thank you. What the fuck? 19 and still in high school, right?
Like 19 and still hasn't had a fucking birthday.
Ripper Vampire Hope.
That'd be
interesting. Raphael, yes, exactly. Do you think Hope will have original vampire powers when she turns? Yes, I do, because
she's an original.
Yeah. Can Arius? Yeah.
He can sing.
111. 111.
He sang in 111 to Hope, and then Arya is in a movie. I can't remember the movie. No Alternative. That's right, and he sings in there.
If I wrote an episode, it definitely would be something centering on Hope being a tribrid and exploring more powers.
I would love that episode.
I really want Roth to have a boyfriend. Me too. I've always wanted him to have a boyfriend.
Me too. No, I do not think there will be another spin-off after Legacies.
I know that Brett had said that they had an idea of one, but I don't know if necessarily they would actually
do it.
Yeah. But I think.
But hey, if it happens, I'll watch it. So.
Because if they have so much to explore with the Gemini Coven, they could go into much lore and everything. So, yeah. And then if you have a Josie spinoff, then you could have if she's with Finch or Penelope or whatever, you could have the main character be Sapphic. I would love to know how the curse with the merch happened, right? That we could if they had a Josie spinoff, they could go so much into the Gemini Coven and the curse and everything. We do need more rep, yes.
100%.
So it's good that we're getting Josie and Finch.
Yeah, Josie
but then we also need male rep.
Yeah.
Like a male relationship. I think Hope graduated if she wanted to, but she's choosing to stay at the school. Yeah. I mean, she said to Cleo, "This is my home," so I don't even know if she would know where to go, I mean, she'd go to New Orleans, obviously, but Caroline should be the headmaster and a large focus on Sheriff Mack. Sheriff Mack moved away, but yes, Caroline should be the headmaster. See, we all love TVDU, but at the same time, we all want to be free. Like we've all been here for so long. I think season 4 will be Gemini Coven and Merge. Yeah, Gemini Coven, Merge, and Try Bright Hope. Kick Alark out. I want either Freya or Caroline to send faster. Me too. Alark's on his way out, though, I'm pretty sure. I feel like Raph would date, like, a shy boy or, like, someone who isn't as outgoing or brave as him. And I want to write Raph MLM fanfic. You totally should. I would read that. I would love it if the prison world and the real world were to collide. Oh, that would be interesting. Kind of like a Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, how the worlds were going to collide.
I'm excited and nervous for this episode, guys.
Hope is like rich, very, very rich. Yeah. Yeah, she still wears a lot of the same outfits. See, I love Hope.
Can we just preach how beautiful Danielle looks this season?
Yeah.
She's
always
beautiful. Season.
You know what it is? I think she looks happy.
Yeah.
Not that she didn't look happy before, but she just looks happy. You know? Like, and I think that's just nice.
We love you.
What if the girls have that blood secretly in their system all the time because of Caroline giving birth to them? Oh, that's an interesting theory.
Nicole's here. Hi, Nicole.
Hi, Nicole.
If you guys don't know who Nicole is, she's a wonderful, wonderful human being. We love her so much. She's Baby Wolf.
Also, hi, Nicole Rodriguez, the other Nicole. But yes, she's our Baby Wolf. Always and forever, even if you're not in the show anymore.
We love you. We love you so much too. We gotta meet up when Robin and I come to Georgia.
Yeah, Nicole, we're planning a trip. We're gonna come to Georgia when it's safe. And yeah, we have to hang out. Okay, let's go back up to the questions for a second. I literally hate what Julie did to Ralph, but I have a feeling that we're going to write him off since there's barely wolves and they probably like, how would they act without the wolves? Yeah, I think they just kind of didn't know where to put him into the story.
Put who?
I do hope he comes back though, with Ralph.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like the only ship the fandom agrees on wanting to happen is Jen and Caleb. That would be fun too, but Caleb's going to be with Cleo now.
Yeah.
But yes, Caleb. I'm okay with that too. Personality though, she likes simple clothing. Well, the twins are more. That's true. That is true.
But like the same freaking skirt. Just
Hope finally put down that ugly Salvatore uniform and changed outfits. Well, she kind of did. Then she went back to it.
She's wearing black. She misses Landon.
What do you think Hope would do after she's done with high school within the show? I don't know, honestly. Hopefully be happy.
My friend just texted me and said, does Hope know that Haley and her uncle were involved?
Yes.
Yes.
What do you think Hope would do after she's done with high school? Oh, well, I asked that. I love how Hope is actually starting to be happy and they took it away. Yeah. And you're going to come back, Nicole, because we miss seeing you on our screens.
Okay, just let you know we will.
Yes, we will definitely let you know. Wouldn't Landon be able to travel from prison world because of how I don't know, honestly. Hope is the only one that can make a school uniform look good. Yeah. Well, I mean, no, but she's really the only one we ever see in a school uniform. So
do you think Landon will be in this episode? Yes.
I think that maybe Hope will go to art school. That would be really interesting.
Yeah.
I just want Hope to be happy. Okay, me too. I love Hope, and I just want her to be happy, and she was so happy, and then they.
I just need Danielle to stop crying. I just need Danielle to stop crying because whenever she fucking cries, I cry too, and she knows it too. She does it on purpose.
Yeah. Danielle just starts crying, and then the whole fandom just like falls their eyes out. Caroline, Freya, and Keelan should be teachers at the school.
That'd be cool.
They would be really good teachers. Like you would have a vampire, a werewolf, and a witch. There you go. I don't think the castmates would write any of the episodes though. Do you guys see what that account posted on Twitter about? Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that.
It was gross.
Disgusting. Terrible.
And yes, when it's safe enough to have more students, I will chance of coming back. Yay!
Yes, as you should.
We need our werewolf back.
Yep.
I just want Hope to have her own storyline. I have thoughts and feelings about that. I've said it in podcasts, so I'm not going to say
Go
it
check
here
it out.
because
The
I'll
Handle Weekly out every Friday.
Yeah. Hope's / Danielle's emotions are contagious. When she cries, I cry. When she smiles, I smile. Yeah, exactly. No more tears, more smiles for Hope, and why not Dark Hope? You know what? I am really excited for a Dark Hope storyline. Because Danielle has that range, that like very emotional, like charged range, and it'll be really nice to see. Because she kind of had that a little bit in the original, so it'll be nice to see.
What I've always said about Danielle's acting is that she can, like, I agree with the range, is like she can go from one emotion to the next with so much ease that it's incredible to watch. And I feel like that that's what makes her such a great actress, is that her ability to go from one emotion to the next, and the ability to just, it's like kind of like flip a switch, is incredible. And that's one of the most important things for an actor.
I don't think I could be on set and watch that and not like bawl my eyes out. Like, I don't know if I would be able to hold myself together. If you were to be one Legacies character, who would you be? I would love to be Landon.
I would be Landon too. I'd be Landon. I just feel like Landon and I are so much alike as it is. So I don't know. Yeah.
Is always says that I'm so much like Hope.
Oh, you're 100% like Hope. 100%. What species? I would be a witch.
Werewolf. I feel like instead of a singular headmaster, I think the school should have like an advisory board or something composed of the factions to run the school. That would be really cool, actually. Mm-hmm. That wink, though, Liz. Hope makes me so sad. Yeah. I hope that Raphael has a descendant of King Arthur. As a descendant of King Arthur will be explored in the future, and for Nimue to return. I love Nimue. So yeah, I mean, I hope that storyline is touched on like later. When Danielle acted like Lizzie, that's when I realized how good she was. Yeah, that was phenomenal. You'd be Josie. I'd be Josie. I'm so very similar to Josie. I think we talked about this before, right, Arissa? Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm a mix of good Lizzie and MG. Oh, that would be interesting to see. I am Hope Alexis. Off topic complete, but I just started the book Red, White, and Royal Blue, and it's real good. I haven't even heard of that. Yes, Nicole, Werewolves for the win. Exactly. You'd probably be a witch or a vampire. I don't think Hope wants to be a vamp. Am I wrong? What if she's traumatized because of what happened to Haley and Klaus, that people would curse her and call her impure? Remember the Nazi vamps? I also think that like, because when she'll turn, all of the emotions come, like they're like deeper or whatever, and I think that like she'll feel them more, and I think because she like suppresses a lot of her emotions, that it's going to hit her a lot harder than other people. If I could be any character, I would be Penelope. I would be either Hope or Josie. Literally, Danielle is so talented. She's the kind of person who brings up the emotions in people. Her acting is hypnotizing. Yeah, lots of love for Danielle. We have nothing but love for Danielle here. We have nothing but love for all of the cast members. Well, most of the cast members, except for Matt.
Fuck Matt. I'm not afraid to fucking say it.
And for our lovely and amazing cast members that don't always get seen on scene, like Nicole.
Lovely Nicole.
Yes.
You
guys gotta give love to all of them because they put in just as much work and effort as everyone else does. I would love Landon to become a headmaster at school when he gets older.
I feel like Landon wouldn't really be a headmaster though.
I could see him being more like a counselor. You filming the Hannah Weekly tonight? We are filming the Hannah Weekly tonight. Yes, we are. If the show is the last of the TVDU, then what if Hope really is the death of all supernatural creatures like they said in the originals? That would be really sad.
Be very interesting, but
yeah, I think we did. I said how I always get Josie on Legacy's personality test. Yeah, I do remember talking about that. I feel like I'm MG because of how nerdy I am, and then I feel like I'm Lizzie because of just like our character growth, and I check people really quick. Okay, I see that. Yes, totally. To Nicole.
Nicole.
I would love to see Lizzie as the headmaster of the school.
That would be so interesting.
Lizzie and Caleb, the last couple episodes, like they've really started setting up Lizzie and Caleb to kind of like take over things. So I could see like a dual headmaster thing between the two of them. Yeah. I could definitely see Landon being a counselor. Yeah, I really think that he could be a counselor. But I love Hope, so I think I'll be fine eventually. I actually covered my eyes for 3 or 4. I just couldn't watch it. What part?
My eyes were like this the entire episode.
I can picture Hope and Landon having their own house together once they're no longer students or staying at school. They can move to New Orleans. That would be nice. I'm sure that Klaus has like houses all over Mystic Falls and stuff too. So I'm sure that there's a house there somewhere. I feel like Legacies will end with Alaric dying, Hope being the new headmaster, and married to Landon. MG and Lizzie married. Cleo and Caleb. I keep saying Chloe. Okay, guys, I have Chloe on my mind all the time. So Cleo and Caleb married and everyone having a happy ending. That would be nice. What about Josie? Landon is such an interesting character. He's one of my favorite characters. He is a really good character. Lizzie is the one out of the super squad that I thought would be perfect to take over. You know what? Honestly, like the way that she like took over last episode, helping with the paperwork and stuff like that. Like she's such a good character. Also, I'd be a mix of Lizzie and Hope because of my anger and because of being extremely selfless and always saving the day. That's a good mix too. I love your reactions. I'll be waiting for them to come out tonight. And tomorrow is Sam, Naj, Arlan, Hannah Weekly. Sam and Arlan aren't part of the Hannah Weekly anymore.
They're no longer there.
No. And Naj, I don't think it's coming tonight just because she has a lot of school stuff that she has to work on. So. Also, I feel like Josie will marry Penelope and they have a daughter who'd be a witch introducing her. So if they don't have to do the merge, and like I say Lizzie is going to become the heretic. Do you think Josie will have twins? Or will she just not want to have kids because of the whole coven thing?
Well, if they get rid of the merge, they can have kids.
Yeah, but if Josie has twins, then the merge happens anyways, because it would happen with her kids.
I don't know. Then maybe, Penelope has the kids.
Married.
Yeah.
Landon is a real good character. They just don't know how to use the character correctly, and it bugs me. I think that's what season 3 is going to do, though, is they're building his arc.
Whose arc? I was not paying attention.
Landon's.
Oh. Landon's my baby.
I can see Hope becoming an artist and Landon becoming a therapist or working in music. Oh, yeah. That would be, yeah. I'm kind of on the fence about Hope's hair this season. I like it, but it looks like a wig. She had a wig on last season, like all of season 2. It was a wig. And I know that sometimes she wears a wig in season 3, but there's some episodes, or like there's sometimes where she's not wearing a wig. So I don't know. I like her natural hair. It's so long too. Oh, 20 minutes. Yes, I want Hannon to be forever. Me too. Lots of love to all of you, Hannon Weekly. You guys inspire people. Always bring us. Oh, thank you, Nicole. That's so sweet. We really appreciate it, especially after the last couple of weeks we've had. Hearing the sweet words that you guys have said to us have meant a lot to us. We really, really thank you. I could see Joe adopting. Yeah, me too.
All right, I'm gonna do my intro, guys. Ready to be a part of my intro again? I got a new camera, so I'm really excited. All right, ready, guys? Shh. Hello, beautiful people of the internet. It's Isabella here, and I am back with another Legacies reaction. And today we are reacting to episode 307, which, Robin, help me out. Title?
Yep, it's a leprechaun, all right.
That's the title. So very interested in what the fuck that's gonna be about. But anyways, we'll see what happens in this episode. We don't really know a lot except the fact that Alyssa is in this episode. We know that Caleb and Lizzie have scenes together. We know that there's a scene at the end between Finch and Josie, which I'm really excited about. And then we also know Hope and Cleo have a lot of scenes together. I'm really excited for this episode. And then after that, we go on to the next one. For now, let's just get into the straight one. Let's go. Let's go. I almost did the thing I did at the end with my dad. Okay, anyhow. I'm awkward.
I like the. Okay, wait. Lenny would own a comic book store and he's a Star Wars. That would be cute. I like the fact that Landon and Hope are still so much together because I feel like couples that always start up in the first season never make it in the end, which is sad. I agree. You know what? Why can't we have a couple that last the whole thing? Bye, Nicole. Love you too.
Bye, Nicole.
I believe that based on Witch's Law, natural vampire characters won't live forever and eventually die and enter the afterlife.
I'm gonna have to go in a second because I still have to eat something.
What if Josie and Lizzie end up finding out that the Gemini curse is just a spell, that they just be able to siphon it? That would be interesting. Where would they siphon it from, though? Like each other? What if they siphoned each other? Would that work?
I don't know.
We love you too. I feel like Cleo is going to become one of my comfort characters. Oh, you know what? Honestly, I wasn't expecting. I was expecting that I was going to like Cleo. I wasn't expecting that I was going to fall in love with Cleo because her presence is just. I don't know. I just really, really liked her.
Siphoning, it's when Lizzie and Hope, Lizzie and Josie don't have their own magic. So when they're siphoning, they're taking magic from something that has magic in them, and that gives them the ability to do magic. They don't have their own magic like Hope does. They need to get it from somewhere else.
That could possibly work because the merge is just another spell magic seconds. Yeah. Hannah Weekly is really such a bright spot in my week. Thank you guys. Thank you, Arissa. We really appreciate that. Wait, yeah, shouldn't Liz and Joe be able to siphon it because the curse is just a stronger spell? Yeah. I have the sad ending where they find out how to end the merge, but they have to do it one last time before it all ends for good. That's definitely going to be an emotional episode when that happens.
All right, well, guys, I think we're gonna have to go because it's only 15 minutes until the episode airs, and I gotta do some stuff before I do it.
You asked who? I asked a question in IG DMs. I didn't want to ask on live, just out of respect. Who? Me or is? Arla and Sam are no longer going to be in here. No, because they are focusing on school and work. So it was just too much on their plates. But yes, we should go because we have to get ready for the episode.
But thank you guys so much for tuning into this weekly discussion. We really do love doing these. Make sure to tune in for my reaction video and for Hand in Weekly, which will be up later today. Because Robin and I do not sleep after the episode.
No, because I edit so that you guys can get Hand in Weekly for tomorrow. So,
but yeah. Bye, guys. Remember, stay positive and just spread positivity. Okay?
Thank you for your love, guys.
All right. Bye, guys.